I'm Brad! in, you royal boob.
Than
Why
rap
do you say
and rock because of the content nowadays. They're always talking about drinking and smoking and doing.
I don't like the new country.
Yeah,
the pop country.
I like 90s country. That's my country. So,
yeah.
The things that you pop into at the last minute. So I guess we're talking about country.
We're talking about all kinds of music.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I said the most explicit content was country music nowadays.
Oh, but
it has more references to like drinking and drug references and like illicit activity, of one degree or another.
It's because they're trying to be like popular and mainstream now.
Yeah.
Country pop.
I don't know about that. I don't listen to that, but I would admittedly find it hard for them to beat female rappers.
Although those, there's a few of those that are.
Because Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, no. I think they would bury pretty much everything country has.
There's three letters that come to mind, and I don't think I've ever heard this song, but I heard what it stands for, and it's that the WAP.
Right. Yeah.
It's
and don't forget Beyonce is now country. I heard.
No, she's not.
I haven't listened to her music, but
she can certainly try.
Right.
And
I don't have a problem with anyone trying to cross genres.
No, of course not. Darius Rucker did it very successfully. He's doing a damn good job. But Beyonce is just trying to find an award that keeps eluding her because she's not really doing her own music anymore. She's trying to pull a Bon Jovi.
Quick question.
Oh, poor John.
Who's taking notes?
I am.
That would be Shelley.
Okay. All right.
And on the schedule,
I'm
in 2
on the
weeks,
schedule.
It shows me, but you and I are switching, Davey.
Okay, that's what I was worried about. Okay.
I forgot I had my camera off.
That's why the schedule now exists. So that way nobody is confused anymore. And unfortunately, and I am saying this live, whoever misses it is being held accountable.
Yep. Bum.
30 lashes.
12 demerits. 10 points from House Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
30 lashes with a wet noodle.
All right, so we have a recap of game to do.
Ooh.
And so it looks like that was Brittany.
It's a party.
So Brittany last did our notes. Brittany, if you could do our recap.
Yeah.
Kind of appropriate considering you kind of know what's going on leading up to this.
Okay, so we had a New Year's party. And Helios was our host. We held it at the Quantum Unlimited building, catering by Blimpies.
Yep.
And it ended up being a bunch of supers and friends. So the super friends of what's our city called? Strongford. Thank you.
Wow.
So we've degenerated from I was going to say we've degenerated from Fairview to no longer knowing what city we're in.
I just kept thinking it started with an A, and I was like, that's not the right one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not it.
Okay, so in attendance we had the Legacy and Bitter Shadow, Megalith, Sledgehammer. Ms. McCall showed up. Wraith arrived, having heard about it from Sledge. We found out Wraith apparently has a lot of money. Red Arsenal asked Ms. McCall to watch for shenanigans on the dance floor, and she said she was not doing that. From the Southwest All-Stars, we had Constant Connie, Miracle Maiden, and Dr. Dynamo. There was some dancing. Lightbringer sneaked off to a dark corner with Sledge, and Red Arsenal tried to shoot him.
Mhm.
Protectively.
Yes.
There was some sibling
I've been
glaring.
protectively shot.
Um,
Well, they're called warning shots.
Hyperion announced to the group that Sledge was now a friend of the Legacy, and he now has a team communicator. Red Arsenal doing some more shenanigans, trying to shoot people who
Mhm.
are getting feisty.
Yes.
Pulsar had some dance time with Miracle Maiden, and he was very shy about it, but he did okay.
That's not how I remember it, but
Bitter Shadow and Hyperion had a discussion about right and wrong and power and hypocrisy. They brought up Dr. Rostenkowski, and she believes that Dr. Rostenkowski is willingly helping Senya enslave people using her science. So we'll have to address that at some point. And then basically we had the countdown to 1995, and there was much celebration to be had.
And in game, it is now officially 1995.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, and Red Arrow got grounded.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Red Arrow
And threatened
is
to be
grounded.
sent to the moon if he tried to shoot Megalith.
Oh, it's on. It's
No more
so
light
on.
switch raves.
Red Arsenal or Red Arrow? Am I missing something?
Red Arsenal, sorry. It's,
Okay.
I mean,
I just wanted to make
potato,
sure I
potato.
Wow.
yes.
Potato,
potato.
tomato.
how many
Leave it
little
to
brother
the
arrows do
potato
you have in
lover
your
to
quiver?
make that
Oh,
particular
so
reference.
many. So many. So many.
So, where last we picked up is actually not more than maybe a couple minutes after last game.
Right.
And in the, actually, I think it was in the Supers chat.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
Yes.
so at some point, Carmen and Sledge snuck off to the roof, and they were hanging out on the roof. And they got a mysterious message on her smartphone, and were transported to New Prussia.
Yes. So they've actually been missing now at some point, probably 30, 40 minutes at this point or so.
Okay.
And to recap, for those who may be watching, who don't know about this, what ends up happening is shortly after Xenofreeze finally broke the ice sculpture that he made for 1995, and of course music still going on, partying still going on in the in the big meeting room that they're at. Meredith walked off to the side to go take a what appeared to be like a phone call of some kind, and she came back in very angry and upset, shouting something effective like no, scramble immediately, this could lead to World War III. I'll rattle the political cages for here to find out just what the hell is going on. Do what you can, Meredith out. And she approaches Hyperion, letting them know, kind of taking charge,
Yeah.
even though she's not really the team leader, and telling Hyperion directly that the party's over, that the Guardians, with the help of the Justice Legion and some allies, has just attempted to take Jurgen into custody, and all hell broke loose in New Prussia. The media outlets have just picked up on it. and given the media blackouts in New Prussia, no one heard about it until now. And tells Hyperion that if we don't do something about it right now, we could be facing World War III.
Shone's going to teleport them all to New Prussia.
Well, before that happens, so let's see. The Southwest All-Stars are still there at the party, I take it?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, the effective record has scratched, and
Right.
everybody's kind of left sitting kind of in a lurch. Helios, of course, brought the music down, so that way he didn't, scratch a record. There wasn't really a record to scratch, but he brought the music down so everybody could talk at a normal decibel at this point. And of course, they're left sitting around wondering what exactly all this means.
Okay. So then after Ms. McCall says her thing, then Hyperion's like, noted, and he turns to Dr. Dynamo and says, Dr. Dynamo, I wonder if you and your team would be willing to actually continue researching the recorder issue. That's apparently the name of the large machines that have been attacking. We actually have information as far as where they may be coming from. If you're willing to pursue it, I can provide you with the coordinates.
He nods. He says that is quite all right. I realize this is probably a more pressing matter. We'll stay around town and try to keep an eye on this for you while you're away.
Excellent. Much appreciated. And then he turns to Pulsar, wherever he's standing in the room, and says...
He was on the dance floor.
Oh, okay. Cool, that's right. Oh, was he still flying in the air, or is he on the floor now?
He's on the floor at this point, probably.
I would think with the news,
he's not,
yeah.
When everything stopped and everything looked like super concerned, he didn't just kind of like stay floating there. It's like...
It was kind of a downer.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Is that the kind of superhero team we are? We make one-liners.
We
Is
can
there
be.
a superhero team that does not?
Okay, so he turns to Pulsar and goes, Pulsar, I know all of this, and this team is effectively brand new to you, and your objective was to go after the recorders. However, I suggest you actually join us. We will likely be headed to New Prussia to see what we can do to prevent a catastrophe. Would you be willing to accompany us?
I think he's gonna he's a little taken aback because he's here for the recorders, but yeah, I don't know. Can he get in contact with what's the name of his
Was it Compass?
Compass? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Compass. Yeah, I kind of want to consult Compass really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just like Compass. Do you think the recorder issue will stay on hold long enough for us to take care of whatever this is going on in New Prussia?
So you hear the hollow voice inside your head. Keep in mind, no one else hears it. It's actually interwoven with his powers, so it's kind of like a one-on-one telepathy.
Gotcha.
And keep in mind, if you're typing or whatnot, please mute yourselves in the background. It is a little loud. Just that's how it happens, unfortunately. And he says, I am currently weighing the variables. The recorders are an immediate threat. However, it would seem that this nation state of New Prussia is attempting to pursue goals outside of your planet. It may be advantageous at this point to assist so that their interplanetary defenses or their planetary defenses may continue unabated.
Understood. And I'll turn to Hyperion and I'll say, I'll go with you all.
Excellent. Thank you, Pulsar. And then he looks around a bit and makes sure he sees everybody's face, but then seeing that Lightbringer isn't there, he goes, Hyperion to Lightbringer, do you read?
Hey, I'm a little busy right now.
There's a lot of noise in the background as of this point. No inadvertent explosions or anything. There's a lot of side talking, yelling in the background. It's kind of chaotic.
Gotcha. And taking all that into account, he goes, are you currently in New Prussia?
Oh, you heard about that, huh?
Everyone is starting to hear about it. Ms. McCall just informed us.
Yeah, we've subdued the Justice Legion, but Russia is on the way. We could really use some help.
Noted. Do you know if teleportation to New Prussia is possible, or have they activated a defense field due to the attack?
I will let Psych Out know that you guys are inbound.
Excellent. We'll be there soon. Hyperion out.
So
and
then
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Carmen will just relay that.
Okay.
So they can open the whatever.
Okay. Psych Out here.
Hey, Legacy is willing to come support the battle. Can you open a path for them to teleport?
Let me seek permission from the general first. One moment. And literally, I mean, it's all speed of thought. Psych Out comes back less than a minute later. Please, we know that your teleportation is limited to your recollection. A corridor has been opened on the top of the hotel that you first stayed at. It will be open for 10 minutes only.
Roger that. Thank you. And then Carmen will come back on the comms and she'll say, yeah, they've opened a spot on the roof of the hotel where we were staying the first time in the next 10 minutes.
Understood. We'll be there ASAP. Thank you, Lightbringer.
We'll see you soon.
And at this point, Lightbringer, you can actually hear defense turrets at this point starting to open fire.
Oh.
Okay. So then he then turns to let's see, Bitter Shadow, and he looks at her for a second, and he's like, what can I expect if I say you might not want to join us on this mission? What would your reaction be?
She smiled and she says, you're walking into a political storm, and it would not be advantageous for me to be there.
Excellent. I'm glad we're on the same page. I didn't want to insult or offend you, but I'm glad we understand what's going on also politically and socially here. Right then. And let's see here. So the other individuals here are Megalith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he turns to Megalith and says, hopefully you'll be willing to stay here in Strongford and defend the people in case the recorders attack again.
He says, yeah, I can do that. I was going to say I still can't leave the United States at this point. They're still working on whatever green card issue or identity. It's a big thing from what I understand, because we're from another dimension. So, but yeah, I can hang out around here and help keep a lid on things.
Excellent. Thank you. let's see here. All right. And so then he turns to Shone, turns to everybody effectively and says, everyone make sure to armor up. If there's anything that you need before we head into Prussia, obtain it immediately. We have less than 10 minutes to teleport to the rooftop of the hotel where we had stayed at before.
Shone will give Megalith a kiss goodbye. He will be safe. She will see him soon. And then she will activate her ring and go into her uniform and then wait to see who else is ready. If everyone's ready.
Oh, that's right. We got the quantum deal.
Yep. And so if everybody's ready, then she will teleport them to the roof, the hotel roof.
Quantum deal, activate. Okay. Red Arsenal's ready to go.
Right.
Yeah, no, I've been in costume this whole time.
Yep.
No.
Well, you were costume light, if I remember correctly. You depowered enough,
Oh,
but
yeah.
still kept your face and everything on.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I could eat through. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not gonna flare up until
Sure.
we get there.
No problem. And within a few moments, there's that discerning buzz, and you have gone from a completely different time zone. Some 16 hours or so difference. Just poof.
Yeah.
Clear across the world, you're on top of what appears to be like a 5-story building. It is a hotel. It is relatively intact. There is some light peppering of what may have been some rubble that kind of got sprayed up and around it or whatnot, but otherwise it looks okay. The city looks like it's taken some damage from where you're at. There are some buildings that look like they're actively attempting to put out some fires on. There is some rubble around here. It looks like at one point in time, this was for those of you who are not who have not been here. It looks as if if you haven't actually seen it, it has the appearance of downtown and the outskirts of DC. It's got some nice parks. It's got well manicured lawns. It's got older looking buildings, most of which are very sturdy, marble or brick looking of some kind. It has that sort of look and feel about it. However, the buildings down around here looks like, because it's in the middle of a war zone right now, that there has been fighting going on. Right now, you can hear the roaring and racing of fighter craft as they streak across the sky. And you can, and from a distance, you can actually see some plumes of missile fire flying off, into the air at targets you can't even quite see just yet.
Okay. All right.
This is a very, very big difference for those of you who have been here before, as to what it was like when you were last here.
Yeah. So then Hyperion's like, all right, our altitude needs to be low, but we need to get to where Lightbringer is as soon as possible. It's likely that she's at the center of the city in the main governmental building. However, we won't be able to teleport there.
What about the fires that are going on? Is there some way we can quickly put them out?
How much of that is like near us, Jerome?
I mean, you guys are pretty close to downtown. Most anything you want to do, because it's not like Königsberg is a huge place.
Mm-hmm.
And the main city in and of itself, you guys are almost smack dab in the middle.
Okay.
So almost anything you want to do is not terribly far away.
Gotcha.
You do see that they have security crews attempting to work to still get people out of the way, rescue people from buildings, and get some of the fires that are currently going on.
Okay.
Yeah, because Sean's first instinct is to assist with the people and getting the fires out.
Yeah. So if we're seeing that, like if they're being overwhelmed with trying to get people out and saving them and putting out fires, then he'll look and be like, Xenofreeze, if you could use your ice to help with putting out as much of the fire as rapidly as you can and providing supports for any damaged buildings.
Absolutely. I will get on it right now.
Okay. So that will delay your guys' action a little bit as to what's going on. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because it's not like accuracy is really super important right now. You're not under fire, but you guys can hear fighting in the distance. You know that occasional, like if anybody has ever heard war footage or footage from war correspondence or whatnot, you'll hear that occasional popping in the distance and distant explosions and whatnot. So you can hear that around you. The fighting is not in the city anymore. It looks like there may have been fighting in the city at one point in time, but the fighting that you can hear is probably a couple miles out from here.
Okay.
Jerome, I do have fire control, and I'm looking up in the book. It says I can reduce the intensity of fire. Can I also aid Xenofreeze?
You absolutely can. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And good then Sean's going to be trying to teleport people to safety.
You won't be able to.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
Nope. You are currently in the midst of an innervation field.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
How tall is the building we're on?
5 stories.
5 stories.
I'll take the stairs.
You're going to have to.
Yeah, Jerome, I was like real quick. My abilities, they're not like nuclear, right? I'm not like irradiated or anything, no.
No. Power level wise, what's your rank in what it is you're asking about?
Well, because like I was just wondering, like, would I be able to, like, for example, like if Red Arsenal can't fly, like, would I be able to grab onto him and fly with him? But like, would he be in danger of being burned, or like, would he be in danger of just being near me at all?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you have that level of control.
Okay, yeah. So I'll if I see him heading towards the fire escape, I'll say, hold on, I can give you a lift.
Okay.
And thank you for the follow. The Tolly.
Yeah.
Really?
So I would imagine it's actually pretty easy. Either Pulsar could assist people getting down, or Xenofreeze could just create a slide, on ice and just whoosh on down. Xenofreeze, we're currently looking at God on your screen right now.
Yeah, I was actually like, are we allowed to kind of like describe how our characters are doing this?
Yep, you sure can.
Stuff?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, I'll kind of leap, or I'll ignite, and I'll kind of leap out. And as I pass by these buildings or these structures that are like on fire, I want to use the fire control and essentially try to like kind of leech the fire out of the buildings.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that something I could do?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Go ahead and give me a powers check. So it's going to be your rank that you have for your power.
I reduced the glow of my halo.
Awesome. And Derek, why don't you go ahead and give me a powers check for yours as well.
For my cold generation?
Yep.
Okay.
I got a red feet.
Nice.
Green.
Okay. So as you guys come down off of the building and at this point start making your way immediately into a residential section, of course they've got trucks out there and they're spraying it down with water and whatnot. And you guys just get there and you're like, and just like putting out the fire, like leeching all the energy off the fires or dousing it in almost sub-zero ice at that point and just extinguishing it, like left, right, and center. Just going through it and getting that under control. Hyperion, you end up hearing in your head, prepare for connection to Cynet.
And within my head, you'll say, duly noted, preparing.
And then there is a connection made. Hyperion, this is Psych Out. Apologies, as we don't have time for formalities, but we have an ETA of 1 minute before the common turn is about to invade. You may wish to be in position.
Where do you need us for maximum effect?
Preferably, we would. The instructions being given is you are to hide yourselves within the human wards.
Noted. Understood. So then he'll turn to the group and say, Hyperion to the Legacy. We need to head into the human wards, stay there hidden until the time is right for us to actually act. Break off what you're doing. We need to move now.
You know, it would be so much easier if I could just teleport us there.
Understandable. Unfortunately, we currently have no way of getting through that. I'm sorry.
Just hitch a ride with us.
As Pulsar, if you're willing to fly the rest of us where we need to go, do you think you're strong enough?
I'll give it a shot. Jerome, with my strength.
What's your strength?
MN 75.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
curling the whole.
Oh wait, no,
bunch of
no,
us.
sorry, no, hold on, sorry. That's my fighting strength is UN 100.
Oh, okay.
So,
Only a UN.
so
yeah,
do you
only
know,
a
do you
UN.
know
I
how
think
strong
to
that
go.
is?
Huh?
You can take the whole hotel with us.
Do
I
you
think
know how
that's a
strong
go.
that is?
I know it's a bigger number than some of the other ones, so I'm
Yes,
guessing pretty good.
Very astute of you. It is a bigger number than most of the other numbers.
Yeah. I went
A
to art
strength
college,
of
Jerome.
UN 100 is 100 tons.
Yeah,
Okay.
You could probably take the whole New Prussia and put it someplace else.
Woohoo.
We'll take New Prussia and push it somewhere else. Right. So yeah, I'll fly back up, grab as many people as I can fit, because I think space will be more of a question than anything else in Diablo. Fly
Yeah, it's more
down
of a
into-
matter of them holding on to you at that point than it is
I get
you
the
being able to
soldiers,
bear
I
the
can- yeah.
weight.
I'm piggybacking.
Grab a limb.
So,
just
you,
get-
so yeah, you just kind of
Awesome.
hover, let them grab a hold or something, and just start taking off into the human wards. Now, basically,
It's like-
what this
It's like
place,
that Barrel of Monkeys game.
what this looks like,
Right, yeah.
yeah, pretty much. What this area looks like, it's taken some damage. These are older, more beat up looking buildings in this area, looking more like a ghetto. It is, for those of you who have been here before, it is, with the exception of some of the damage, it does appear to be cleaner than it was before. And as you guys are touching down in what would be like a basketball court in here, which provides some cover, from nearby buildings and whatnot, you can see security forces working in teams of like 2 and 3, kind of going from building to building and slowly starting to get anyone. Thank you, Brittany. Touchdown. Unbritted.
I didn't want to interrupt you by playing the emote.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Still
No.
derailed it.
no, yeah, I know, because I find it totally humorous. I'm never not going to find that humorous. So, but you can see them, and they're kind of going from building to building. And they're slowly starting to like get people out and like keeping them really low hunkered down. Basically, they're doing rescue efforts to try and get people who are still in the buildings, and they're going around and checking. So occasionally you'll see like one or two come from a building, and so they start making their way as they go, and then you end up hearing more nearby explosions ripping through the air, and now beam fire starts flying up into the sky, and you end up seeing what appears to be some sort of high-tech looking ship akin to the vessel that you guys were using originally. As it comes flying over, and you just start seeing plumes coming off of it as the Comintern starts sailing off, or I should say dropping off, and either starting to engage in the sky or starting to engage on the ground. And one of the first things that you end up seeing, Red Arsenal, is you can see in the distance, you can see Koscheck just hit the ground with a thud, and you can see his smile from in the distance. I mean, it's unmistakable given the trauma that you faced. And the ground, of course, buckles just in front of him, and he's smiling for about a second as his pearly whites meet Jurgen's fist.
Oh,
and then a second later, you hear the clap. Just
a thunderclap from
like
the punch,
the strike, and he's like sliding back, and the ground is buckling up underneath him. As Jurgen comes flying in. Jurgen, his outfit, which is normally very well kept, as given his station as president, is very torn up. He's got he's got some facial lacerations going on. It looks like he's been beaten quite a bit, and he's still going, like he is engaging Koscheck like straight on, and then kind of like from a distance, it would almost be like watching from a distance Endgame and actually being on site. Like you've got this one group on one side and just swarming up over, and another side starting to swarm over on the other side. You can see like ripples of heat, energy, and other sort of black tendrils coming from another side. You actually see Lightbringer jumping up, and it looks like what they're doing is they've positioned themselves in front of the nuclear reactor that's here. And immediately, it doesn't take a genius to see this. It looks like that is exactly what Comintern is attempting to attack. Because if they can get the power down in this area, then all bets are off.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to. Oh, sorry.
Wasn't Koscheck the one that also thumped Schoen?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, so we both.
She has a mutual fearful respect for the guy too.
I'm going to turn to Hyperion, and I'm going to say, I don't suppose that the people we're supposed to be smashing have like a identifying color or a sigil.
The Comintern are Russian forces. You'll likely hear a tinge of that accent if you hear them speak, but you'll also notice that any new Prussian forces are likely to be uniformed. They're the ones to avoid hitting. Anyone else that's attacking civilians needs to be stopped. The one that Jurgen Albrecht just hit is also one of the Comintern.
And he hits hard.
Jurgen's the guy in the suit?
Correct.
Okay.
So let me get them pulled up real quick.
Yeah. No, because I was like, I don't think Pulsar's ever seen these people before.
Right. I don't think you have. You joined just after they first appeared. So I think I just copied all that information down to the main file. Hope I did. Otherwise, I got to hunt.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking about like, oh man, this is actually bad for Pulsar because he essentially is in a land of people he doesn't know, and so to him, he doesn't know who to punch.
I would imagine the Comintern have like red communist
They do.
regalia.
Their
Yeah.
color, their uniform colors are red, gray, and gold.
Okay.
So there's Perestroika.
Do they have the scythe?
Who looks like
Scythe and hammer?
looks kind of like Iron Man, but a bit bulkier. So armored up looking. There's Red Star, who is running along the ground. His uniform is very similar to that of like Captain America that you might expect.
Okay.
There's Taiga, who is a cold generating and manipulating hero of the people. And in fact, you know what? I think I still have their pictures. I will go and describe them too, but I'll repost that in the chat. Characters.
Are they on the website? Let's see.
I don't believe they are.
Oh.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, let me get this in the chat for
Bless
everybody.
you, Brittany.
Did Brittany sneeze?
Yeah, her and I, yeah, we've both been sneezing.
Okay, so the first picture you see there, that is Red Star in the outfit. He's got the actual star on his chest. The next one up after that is Stormfront. She's got the black hair, kind of the grayish and yellow outfit. Keep in mind, I did this before I got the chance to update the team uniforms. But these are the pictures of what they look like. Taiga is the lady in the white hair who's got kind of the white and grayish outfit.
Okay.
The tactical belt. The big beefy looking guy, that is Koschak. He looks like that, but he also has a facial tattoo that it actually starts on his face and goes all the way down, like from his face around his head and then down his shoulders all the way down to either fist, and one is a hammer and one is a sickle.
Okay.
And he's the scary one.
And then the other one is the one in the actual red and gold. That is Mosca. He is currently generating flame.
Okay.
Also, on the field of battle, you of course know exactly who Lightbringer is. Those of you who fought in the Argentina campaign would recognize Dark Sun and Sunburst. Dark Sun has what appears to be some fire-based power of some kind, with fire kind of coming off of what would appear to be a physical darkness. So almost Dark Force like, since you guys have all encountered Bitter Shadow. You also see Jurgen, which I've already explained. Sunburst looks kind of similar to Mosca, but she's a female. She has nothing but fire-based power, so she's taking flight and screaming up into the air. For visual reference, think what's her name?
Starfire.
Firestar from the New Warriors. And Spider-Man and his amazing friends, if you go back that far.
Yeah.
Yep. Then you also see Lightbringer, so you know what she looks like, and then you see Sledgehammer on the field as well. Everybody looking a little beat up and rugged at this point, having been in the fight for quite a while. And Sledgehammer running in along the ground to also engage and to try and keep them off of the nuclear power plant.
And Brittany just posted a picture of Perestroika.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because he came up in Web P, which is stupid.
Oh, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I did not change that. Doggone it.
So how do we want to do this? Take them down one at a time? Do we split up?
Yeah, I don't know, but I really don't like these guys. So putting them out of commission permanently, I'm all for that.
Well, I know that my arrows aren't going to do anything to Kostiak, so not him.
We need to work together. We need to utilize what effects that we can each do and work as a team.
We could possibly take him down. I wonder if I use my electricity and your arrows, if somehow we could, like a fibrillator, kind of almost like not kill him, but like
shock him out. Shock him out.
incapacitate him.
Okay. Lend me your power.
So, but that's what you see at this point. Everything is starting to light up. Brittany, why don't you start off by giving me your initiative?
Dun dun dun.
And you're muted, woman.
Oh, initiative. How do we do that? That's right. That is right.
Initiative is a 1d10, and then you get bonuses to it depending upon, I think it's your intuition.
Right, and there is something. There is like a table.
There's a chart in our supers chat. I pinned it.
Yep. Okay.
Are we all rolling initiative?
Not yet.
Okay, so I just get a +1 then. All right.
I'll have to ask people where the chart is because I'm not sure.
Everybody's mumbling.
Oh, there it is.
You found it?
Brittany, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Yeah, your mic has gone completely out, Britt.
Because she's muted.
But then...
But it doesn't say she's muted on the screen.
Now she's not muted and she still can't hear.
Right. Nope. Can't.
Weird.
Yeah, her mic went out. She sneezed and it went out.
Oh, no.
Maybe go out and come back in?
No, still can't hear you. I'll turn to this group and I'll say, so this is my first outing with you all. Are you all the kind of superheroes that take prisoners, or are you the kind that don't, the villains don't get to see the sequel?
No casualties, even for those we're fighting.
Okay. I figured I'd ask before I went too far, and that's not what the vibe was.
Yeah,
Correct.
we try, at least I try not to have casualties.
And as an aside, we can spend 50 karma to make sure to take a red feat that's going to kill someone down to a bullseye, which just knocks them out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're waiting for Brittany to come back at this point, and then we'll get her to roll initiative.
Oh, if I add Pulsar's fire and Shone's lightning, I can combine them into one super arrow. Yes.
How are you going to add my fire to a arrow and not have it just blow up?
I'm planning ahead. Planning ahead.
If I hit him with ice first, then it could be like freezer burn.
Yes. Oh yeah. Let's go. Okay.
That was Sean's character.
And
Yeah.
now,
Yes.
You have like one hand each. Yeah.
Nice.
I was trying to ask Jerome if the general had issued orders.
He did. Actually, that was in your chat.
Right. I pulled it up and now I can't access it again. I mean, I'd have to search for it again, but for the benefit of the rest of the group, I thought.
He did not. They have not issued orders for the other group. Only you.
Okay, so just those of us who are already here.
Correct.
Let's see if I can pull that up. You were saying initiative is just 1d10?
It is just 1d10, and then whatever you have for intuition is going to add to that. So, and the chart is actually in our supers note section. Not note section, but the supers chat pinned.
Yeah. It says to roll for initiative, roll exclamation, roll for in it.
I see.
Yeah.
It's not exclamation. It's /R space 1d10.
Okay, so I would be 7.
Oh, so is it different from this thing I'm looking at?
Yes, the one you're looking at, the exclamation roll, and then that is for your like ability or powers rolls, because then you would put in your rank.
So Brittany,
like
go ahead and roll,
AM
and we can
and
figure
then-
it out from there. So roll 1d10.
Yeah, I got 7 is my total with the modifier.
Oh, there you go. Okay, 7. Cool. All right, so let me get that real fast. So you got a 7.
Because I was looking at the pin message, and it is a different thing altogether. How do you figure out your modifier?
Look at the pin
Yeah.
in the discussion channel.
Go
Like,
into
I
the
have-
super. Go into the supers chat. It just says supers, not supers roll or note supers.
Oh, okay. I was
Go
in
into
the
the pin
supers roll.
section, and then it's actually one of the first posts.
Okay, yeah, I was in the supers rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, no worry. Okay. Cool. Okay, so they are acting first. So Brittany, obviously Jurgen is moving against Kostiak. What are you doing?
Which is closer, Taiga or Stormfront?
They are roughly kind of flying neck and neck. But it looks like initially Dark Sun and Sunburst are going after Taiga first. They're going to
Okay,
try and
then I'll-
dogpile on them.
I'll go for Stormfront.
Okay. So they are acting first. Stormfront. Oop, there we go. Hey, Derek, can you close the blinds behind you?
This Halo is really something else.
They are closed.
Wow.
It's leaking through.
Maybe flip them the other direction.
Yeah.
Ow. I hit my knee.
That's better.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, that is.
You need to
little
get a
bit
Yeah.
curtain on that room.
A what?
A curtain. Ask
Oh.
your wife what that is.
Honey, what is this curtain
Wow.
thing she speaks of?
So Stormfront is throwing out some lightning directed at Lightbringer.
Uh-oh.
Lightbringer, of
Ooh.
course, your spider sense is tingling, warning you of that.
I think I have. No, maybe not. Okay, electricity is different from radiation.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. And it's different from light damage, right?
That is correct, yes. Despite the fact
Okay.
it's called lightning.
Misnomer. Okay.
It's more ning than light.
Does lightning counts as energy, right?
It does.
Okay.
Are
Well, I'm going to try to dodge.
you're attempting to dodge. Let's go ahead and see what you get. Give me an agility check.
And how does this work with my danger sense?
Well, you're
So
you're
yeah,
going to
like-
be up on column shift no matter what. Whether you just added your intuition because you're or say your danger sense, but you also have acrobatics. So
Right.
no matter what, it's one column shift up.
Okay.
So you should be at an AM 50 to be quick and nimble on your feet.
I'm probably flying though.
Well, same difference, but in the air.
Green.
Okay, so
Nice.
dodging, that will take her down 2 column shifts to hit. Kai. That is a whiff. So you, all that training in your little danger simulation you've got back at home, you kind of turn and do a barrel roll off to the side to, instinctively, because you sense it coming, and lightning just whoosh, right on by you, boom, striking the ground and kind of blowing up and kicking up some soft dirt and whatnot behind you. Sledgehammer is actually going at Red Star at this point. They're both on the ground, duking it out. So that would be up to you at this point. You are currently engaging Stormfront. You are quiet again. You've muted yourself.
Oh, sorry. There was a car going by. Okay. So I roll twice, or I mean, roll for fighting to see if I get to go twice.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Sounds like somebody added to her sticky notes in front of her computer.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
That's a white.
Dang it.
Okay.
So you get one attack then. So go ahead and do whatever it is you're going to do.
Okay, I will try to blast her.
Okay.
So roll my psyche.
No,
right?
agility.
Roll my. Oh, okay. Agility to strike.
Yep, because you're firing basically a ranged weapon. Pew!
Green.
Oh, nice. Let's see if... Ooh, she is pulling some evasive maneuvers herself. Let's see if she's able to get out of the way. So that is a yellow result. So that is probably to knock you down enough. Okay, so take your agility minus 4 column shifts and see if you still get a green. What'd you roll?
Take my agility down. Oh, wait. Say that again?
So what did you roll? I'll figure it out for you.
39.
39. Okay. That was just barely a green. Yeah, that's definitely going to knock you out of a green. Okay, so you let go and fire some of your purplish energy up at her. Brown zips on by as she slips and tries to stay out of the way as well.
All right.
Next round at this point. So the others, the other two, Dark Sun and Sunburst, are keeping Taiga occupied at this point because they're double teaming on her. Sledgehammer and, or actually no, hold on one second. So one is having to peel off to try and take care of Perestroika. So they're no longer double teaming, and you guys see from the nuclear power plant a burst of plasma energy come flying from it, and come perilously close to striking Perestroika, who's in the air at that point. So they've got a sniper on the building,
right? Okay.
Back, trying to keep him back with suppressing fire.
Okay.
So they're all engaged. You guys are still watching. Lightbringer, you are being shot at again. I take it you're kind of goes without saying you're still attempting to dodge, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an agility check first.
Yellow.
Ooh, that's going to be rough.
Sweet.
Okay, so she's summoning up more lightning at this point as the clouds are, getting darker because she has weather-based powers. Throws more lightning at you, but nope, not even close this time. You're hip to what she's doing. So it is your action at this point.
Thanks. So when I'm rolling for agility,
You're going to roll for
to
fighting
hit.
first, correct?
Oh, that's true. But when I roll for agility, do I add a column shift for acrobatics or
Nope.
no? Just for like dodge
Nope.
stuff.
That is correct.
Okay.
For dodging or falling or rolling
So
out
for
of the
like
way.
physical stuff.
Yep.
That's a white.
Ouch.
One of these days. I mean, it's a white on fighting.
Okay, so still one action. Go ahead and fire on her again.
Yellow.
Ooh, nice.
74.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. So you turn around at this point and positioned yourself as you kind of are flying around in the air and engaging, obviously, in aerial combat. You positioned yourself into a superior position, even though you're kind of slow on the draw. But this strike, boom, strikes her right in the chest, and you can hear like the air kind of fly out of her lungs a second as it connects. She's like, "Oh, I will get you. You will pay for that." And then, of course, loud, thunderous claps as Kostiak and Jurgen are still going at it. It's a clash of the titans at this point. Like, he strikes him, and then he, pelts Kostiak back, and more loud, thundering at this point. And then there is a brief moment where they're just apart enough, and Jurgen focuses on him with his eyes, and you end up seeing a beam strike come straight from his eyes and hit Kostiak right in the face. And Kostiak pulls back, and it's the first time you guys have ever seen him really demonstrate any sort of pain. He's like, "Argh!" And then Hyperion, you say, you end up hearing in your head, the legacy is all clear. Strike Kostiak.
Oh, boy, yo. Understood. And then he yells out, "Legacy, let loose on Kostiak now."
Let's go.
Okay, she's going to fire up and send some electricity his way.
Okay. We will roll for initiative after this round for you guys.
Okay.
Since nobody is engaging you, this is, in essence, your one free action this round because you're at the bottom of the round. Ooh. So whatever you're going to do, make it good.
Make it good. All right.
Feed him that knuckle sandwich.
So
with a side of
start by rolling fighting to see how many attacks you get this round if you have a fighting above a 30.
Is my fighting above a 30? No, never mind.
Okay.
I got a green feat.
So you have a fighting above a 30?
Yeah.
Okay, so that you will be able to make 2 attacks this round.
Okay. Does that include being able to close with them?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to go fisticuffs, absolutely.
I'm thinking that might be the best thing to. Well, I don't know.
Don't pull your punches on this guy.
Well, that's the thing is I'm like I'm not sure. Like, all right, do I punch him or would it be better to go for fire?
Fire.
I will leave it up to you, but we need to get the rolls out of the way and keep the fighting going.
I'm only getting 1 attack.
Okay.
I only get 1 attack. I don't even have to roll.
Yeah, I only get 1 attack as well.
That's fine.
Got a yellow feat.
What is your fighting, Hyperion?
Let's see. You do add like that fighting talents and stuff to that when you're rolling for that, or
if it's hand to hand, yes.
Okay. Then that would be at a monstrous total.
So if you're going to attack hand to hand, you will have 3 actions.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got a white feat, but I'm just using my electricity, so I'm not doing hand to hand, so I don't get any specialties.
Right.
Well,
I'm
just for your fighting to see how many attacks you get. You're not going to add talents to that or whatnot. But if you, depending on your fighting rank, however high it is, like if you have a 30 or higher, you have a chance to get 2 attacks a round. If you have an
Yeah.
MN75 or higher, you have a chance of getting 3 attacks per round. Or sorry, AM50, 3 attacks per round.
I have a monstrous fighting too. Does that well? But I rolled a green feat, so that's just
Correct.
2
So you
attacks.
get 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got incredible, but I white feet.
Okay,
'Cause
so
white likes me.
everybody is ready. I will just start at the top then. Davey, what are you doing?
Arrow straight to the heart.
Arrowed.
Okay.
Oh, did you guys hear that, or am I muted?
No, you're not muted. I can hear
Oh,
you.
okay, good. Whew. All right.
That's why George said arrowed.
Ow, my spleen.
Let's go. 87 straight to Kostiak's heart.
Yellow feet. Nice.
Okay, so what is the damage of your arrow?
Oh, it is not very much.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've really got to work on that. Super apologize for not getting you your cool weapons yet.
no worries. I think it's in weapons locker. One moment. It's just a regular arrow. I think it's 4. Regular, is it regular 4? Oh, apologies. Let's see. Let's get the super suits out of the way. Ammunition. Oh, come on. Where are you? Here we go. Arrows. Inflict damage according to the type used. What? Six
Is this
points
your
of
first time
damage.
shooting an
6
arrow at
points of
somebody other than a boyfriend?
So make sure you write that down.
yeah, 6 points of damage.
So,
Regular bow.
So he fires an arrow, strikes exactly where it's at until pink. It had
Oh.
it had enough impact to stick in him, but not really do anything except stick in him effectively like a lead pencil.
And Sean is going, yes,
Yeah.
yes. My
Lightning
lightning rod.
So George.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and close with them. I'm gonna flare up and I'm gonna fire like straight at him. Am I allowed to switch up like my attacks? Like, I want to punch him in the face like a sucker punch, and then for my second attack, do like a flamethrower at him.
Sure.
But is that cool? Okay.
That absolutely is okay.
Yeah, I wanna send this dude flying first. Okay, so is that what do I roll for?
Fighting.
Fighting. Okay.
Since you're punching your first attack, it's fighting.
Okay. Right. Ooh, a white feat.
Wow.
Do you have any talents like martial arts or anything like that?
With a
No.
roll of a 9, it is
Wouldn't
not going to matter.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was worried about that.
He could have all of them, and it's still not going to matter. So hurrah, you come flying in there, and he like just happens to duck down a little bit, just not even like really dodging, just like kind of holding his head because he's still injured because of the eye beams, and you fly like right over him and whiff hard with your punch.
I hate digital dice. All right, and I'm gonna recover from that, and then I'll toss some flame at him now.
Okay.
Ow, my pride.
It's like I roll well when it's like not in combat, and then the moment I have to punch things, it's like, ooh, white feet. Like, yeah, thanks. Okay, so what am I? How do I roll to blast fire at them?
That is going to be agility since it is a projectile.
Okay. Another white feet.
So as you throw your punch and you're flying past him and you wing some fire at him again, and it goes harmlessly out of the way, not quite striking him, unfortunately.
All right.
Hyperion. Keep in mind you have somebody close by, so if anybody fires, you may accidentally hit Pulsar.
Right.
Do it.
Okay, so let's see. For one of his actions, can one of his actions be trying to create multiple like physical copies to start wailing on Kostiak?
Have you been able to modify those to be physical now? I thought they were just holograms.
They were. Well, let's see. I've been doing the power stunt, and I've gotten 2 steps in. So I don't know.
Yeah.
If I can...
So if you want to roll for the power stunt, absolutely.
Okay. That's what we'll do. And that is at IN 40. Okay.
Oh,
red feet.
So make sure you put a notch in your holster there for that particular power stunt.
Yep. Nice.
What's that like? Rolling good.
Feels
What's
good.
that like?
Feels
Rolling good.
Won't lie. It's very nice.
Okay, so 5 of you appear around him.
And they're gonna try to like each grab a limb and like kind of draw and quarter him, more or less.
Go ahead and give me a fighting check. Obviously, if you have appropriate skills for this, such as like wrestling or grappling, that will add to your fighting.
Yep, which I do. Okay, so it's gonna be at monstrous.
All 5 of them.
Yep.
You won't rascal.
White feet. I can re-roll that.
Okay,
I gotta
sure.
re-roll. Yeah, I gotta do that.
Who else needs a reroll?
Me.
George.
There we go. Red feet.
99.
Oh,
90 freaking 9. Holy cow.
nice. Okay, so at this point, 5 of Hyperion essentially dogpile on top of Kostiak. Like one wrapped around his head and 2 and he's got like one on each arm and leg, sort of thing, like trying to like pull him back at this point. What is your strength?
Let's see. Strength is at IN 40.
Okay.
Since I have both wrestling and martial arts C, that increases any damage by a column, I think.
Okay, so it's equal to AM 50. He is still stronger than you, but it is still 5 people trying to pin him down, and so it is definitely going to cause further problems with him for fighting. So Shone.
Shone is going to use her electricity manipulation, and she is going to try to strike the arrow that's in him. But I'm wondering if I shouldn't use that 50 to make sure I don't kill him.
Oh, you do that afterwards.
Oh, I do that afterwards? Okay.
Yeah. If you get a kill shot, you spend 50 and it goes down.
Yeah, it's not automatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
good.
depends
Okay.
on what you.
So,
it depends on what you actually roll.
Exactly.
So that's what she's going to do. She's going to try to hit that arrow and use it like a lightning rod.
Okay. You will need a yellow result to do that, which would give you a bullseye. It's rolling off of your agility.
And I don't know. Should I spend some?
Yes. Can I spend some karma?
What's your agility at?
My agility is unearthly.
So then if we wanted to ensure a bullseye, that would be spending 45, because then rolling a 1 gets you into the yellow.
Okay.
So yeah.
Unearthly is UN, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, 88.
Red result.
Yeah.
So remember that
Yeah,
aforementioned
super good.
comment about energy and kill shots?
Yeah.
So you've spent karma to get the shot that you didn't technically need. So you're in a red result. Do you want to spend an additional 50 to just make it a bullseye? Or do you want to just go ahead and roll the dice and let the kill shot stand?
No, let's do the bullseye. She's killed enough people. Even though she would love to kill this guy because of what he did to her. No.
Okay, knock off another 50 karma.
Right.
Yeah.
So at this point, Shon's frustrations are made evident, and she parks that lightning right where Red Arsenal placed the arrow, and that
Super taser.
lighting his body up. Xenofreeze?
Put him
Does
on
he
ice, dude.
like fall out at that point?
No.
No. I'm going to. So he's got like 5 copies on him.
He's got 5 copies on him.
He just got
Hyperion
tased.
is nearby. He just got blasted by Shon in an arrow in the teat.
And Pulsar's nearby.
And Pulsar's nearby.
Pulsar can fly.
Pulsar can fly, and he is in the air. Yes.
Can the copies fly?
Yes,
I believe they
you
can. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, then, but Kostyak cannot.
Correct. Kostyak
He's-
is Big Bruiser.
He's on ice, and it's slippery.
So you're going to ice the ground?
Yep.
Okay.
Like as much
Give
of
me
as large
an
of an
agility
area as
check.
I can.
I'm matching Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Why did that not work?
Because you're not
Because
supposed
It's
to
going to
roll.
be a RM, not the
not-
number.
You're not supposed to roll 30. You're supposed to roll RM if it's your agility.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, duh. I knew that.
Oh. If you already have a reroll, you can reroll it. People cannot give you a reroll at this point in time.
How do we get rerolls?
I'll burn it.
Spending
I
points.
spend my channel points to
On
buy
Twitch.
them on Twitch. By the way, I got one for you.
Oh, thank you. I don't
We're
know how to
just
Hey, Game
we're
Tease, how's
just
it
not
going?
allowed to. We can't buy it for ourselves.
And a worse roll. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's rough.
So in your exuberance at this point, everybody's excited because everybody's dogpiling on Kostyak. You end up like striking. Again, it's hard to miss Terra Firma, but you don't get
Right.
it under him like you did. You like and ice up some area behind him somewhere. Not what you had.
There's a
hoped.
large area of the ground that's iced up right now, so that way.
He was meant
Move
to
him
be
to the
knocked
ice.
into it. That's what it was. He was supposed to be knocked into it.
Yeah.
That's the ticket.
Move it into the ice.
Okay, so that is the end of that round. We are at the top of the next round. The others are all fighting. Kostyak is
Thank you, Davey.
Kostyak is still up and is trying to fight through the and he's trying to fight through all of the minions that are on him now. So he's like and slams his hand down on one side, and you just see like Hyperion dissipate into like a bunch of just like squared, almost like pixelated graphics as the quantum energy that made him just go and breaks, and he thrashes around with another one of his arms, and same thing, just like and breaks that one. He still has Hyperion 3 trying to choke him out from the top side, and he's got Hyperion 1 and 2 grabbing him by the shins and trying to keep him down at this point. Okay.
Does anybody else need a reroll?
Me.
Okay, let me.
So you are being fired on, Brittany.
Oh, out of stock.
Oh, okay.
Sturmfront is firing ice down on you. Yeah, there's a cool off time frame. It looks like somebody had just put some points through, so
Yep.
you have to watch that.
I will attempt to get one when it goes back in stock.
Oh, not bad. Brittany, so
Green to dodge.
She is 2 column shifts down to hit you. I don't think this is going to be enough. It is not. Okay. So again, she chucks down another bolt of lightning, frustration written on her face at this point as this lightning bolt rips past you. You're feeling way better about this fight than you were with Current. Maybe they just don't train them as well in Russia. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe you're just taking the whole thing more serious, or who knows what it is. But this is clearly going way better for you than it did before. And
I've already tasted their hospitality. I'm
there.
not
You go.
really conflicted about fighting these days.
Yep. You weren't a fan of the borscht or the vodka. You'll give it a pass. So it is your action at this point. She fired a bolt down and you got out of the way easily at this point. You appear to be the more superior dog fighter in the sky. So you're still
Another white feet for fighting.
You're still at 1 action. So go ahead and roll your strike as you try to blast her with your own UV power. Oh,
Yellow.
Nice.
Bam! You know that spot on her chest that you shot before? You're like, I see that spot. Poof! And hit it right in the same spot.
Ooh.
So bam! Sends her buckling back again at this point. And you can see that the fighting right now is getting way closer to the nuclear power plant. Like they're not trying to engage everybody so much as trying to get to the plant.
Who all is moving towards the plant?
Perestroika and Taiga.
Okay, so the other ones.
They do have people on them, but it's not a guarantee that they're going to be able to stop them.
Okay.
So just as an FYI for the combat. Okay, so now we are in combat. We're going to get everybody else to roll initiative. So everybody roll 1d10 and let me know what you get. Except for Brittany. We already got her.
7.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Total of 3.
8.
Derek, you said you got an 8?
8.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Shelly, what'd you get? If you're muted, I can't hear you.
She got a 1.
7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because of her bonus.
Oh, wow.
And George? You are also muted.
Sorry, I was drinking earlier. I got a 5.
5. All right. So since we are now at Brittany, which would be 7, Derek, go ahead and act.
I take the stage. Am I within range to hit either of the women?
No.
No?
What do you mean either of the women?
Of the 2 that are going to the...
Oh, you mean the ones that are in the sky. So you mean like
Yes.
Taiga and Sturmfront.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you guys have engaged, absolutely. You're on the ground, but yeah, you could shoot up if you want to. You've definitely got range to do that.
Okay. Whoever's closest.
That would be Sturmfront.
Which one does the electricity?
That would be Sturmfront.
Okay, then I'm going to be doing Taiga.
Oh, so we're going to have a repeat of last time.
Oh, because she's the frosty one.
She's the frosty
generation.
one, yes.
Yeah, but aren't you weak to electricity?
Yes.
Ooh.
I think that's why he chose to go for the cold one.
Which, I mean, could be, but...
Mm-hmm.
Final answer, still going after Taiga?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, because well,
I mean, you could
Refre-
take one of the ones that are heading to the power plant.
Yeah, that's Taiga or Perestroika.
oh, Perestroika. Okay, so Perestroika then. I thought it was Stormfront was going there.
No, Sturmfront is engaging Lightbringer right now.
Oh, okay. Then
And
I
they're,
will
they're
do.
kind of like overhead where you guys are at, flying in the air. So then let me explain real quick. Okay, so immediately in front of you is Red Star versus Sledgehammer. They're going at it real hot and heavy. Then you have Jurgen and you have Kostjak, which is actually directly in front of you at this point. Both those parties are on the ground. Right above you is Lightbringer and Stormfront kind of flying around, engaging in the sky, shooting at each other, and it looks like Lightbringer's got the advantage right now. Perestroika is flying to try and close the distance with the nuclear power plant, and is being engaged by Sagan, who is a sniper on the power plant and is being followed up by Dark Sun. And Sunburst is actually engaging Taiga right now, both of which are trying to make their way to the nuclear power plant. And those two are also in the air. But they are moving away.
Okay. Then I'm going against the one. What was the name? The Russian name.
Perestroika.
Perestroika, yeah.
I was going to say they're all Russian.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to attack the Russian.
The one with the skin. I'll get them.
Yeah. Well, no, the one with the metal skin. Yeah. So Perestroika.
Oh, the one with the face and the
one
arms.
with the thickest
that one.
accent.
Yeah.
So you're attacking Perestroika, the Iron Man looking kind of guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Does he have like rockets or something that he's flying with, or does it seem like it's more like magnetic?
They're streaming off his boots.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna try to encase his. He's in a big old freaking suit, so he's probably got some sort of ability to breathe in there. So I'm gonna try to turn him into a block of ice.
Okay, go ahead and roll your agility.
Okay.
Commence with the Schusting.
Yellow.
Okay, so you throw up an ice strike, come flying up. So at this point, Brittany, you can see that your family is engaging from the ground, as you end up seeing a projection of ice go flying off behind you somewhere. But you can see that Perestroika is more concerned with dodging at this point than actually firing on anybody. So he nimbly evades the strike, even though he didn't see it coming. He's just moving too fast as he's making every effort to get to the nuclear power plant.
Oh, you suck.
That was on 8. We've already taken care of Brittany at 7. We are at Davy and Shelley.
Let's go. Shelly, you're muted.
Who wants to go first?
Woo!
Who do we want to attack? Do we go after Kostiak or?
Oh, yeah, she's gonna go after Kostya again. No,
Okay.
yeah. She's
All right.
got a grudge.
I can't do anything against him.
Right. You don't have like any trick arrows or anything of that nature. No one's developed the bow for you yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you fired a shot at Stormfront,
because she's lightly armored. Okay. Stormfront, let's go.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Bam!
Nice.
Red feet.
And I would like to spend 50 karma to not kill her, please.
You're not going to have to. You still hit, but
okay.
She's been trying to get more evasive as she's been dealing with Lightbringer.
Oh.
So what is your agility?
Agility before
after you shot. So what's the
AM
50? Okay, so AM 50. So her agility, that got her. So it'd be 2 column shifts down. What did you roll?
93.
Oh, yeah, it's still a red result. Okay. Oh, no. No, it's not. It's a yellow result. Don't need to spell it.
Yeah!
So still bullseye. So you know that spot that you've been shooting, Lightbringer? Red Arsenal from the ground. You all of a sudden you see an arrow go and fly up right at that same spot.
Like magnetic.
Yeah.
Right.
Finally, he's using his powers for good.
Okay, so she's not knocked out, but you see that she starts, or I should say, she's not. She
Unconscious or whatever.
She is not stunned, but she is falling unconscious at this point.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was on 7s. Shown.
I'm going to hit that arrow again.
Go. The arrow's no longer there. The arrow.
Oh, it's not.
No, you did 50 points of damage to the arrow. The arrow is in arrow heaven right now.
Oh, okay.
Like
I killed the arrow. But
yeah,
not
it
die.
is
Okay.
very disintegrated.
Do I lose karma for that?
No, it's not property damage.
Okay. Let's see. What tricks do I have?
Subtract 1 karma.
The arrow.
Give Davey 1.
Well, I can try my taser gun ability. It's an AM50. It shouldn't kill him.
Yeah, but your other thing is better.
Yeah.
If we have to
this is
spend
true.
another 50, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because this guy's big.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit him again with.
You're kind of in the Superman mode at this point. Like if you ever watched Justice League, it's happened a couple of times, and it's usually against Darkseid, and he usually has the comment of, normally I have to hold back against people for fear of killing them.
Yeah.
I don't have to hold back against you. And he just starts unloading on them.
Right.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and roll.
Doomsday.
Oh,
That Doomsday is another right.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
I'm
sorry,
not
mistake.
pulling punches. Yeah.
No.
dang.
Boom.
Nice.
Save some for the rest of us.
Okay.
She has
so,
a grudge against this one.
So at this point, he buckles down to he takes a big hit. The electricity splashes off of his body as you see the sparks cascading. He's buckling down to one knee. We're at
Yeah, she's
5
gonna
now.
scream, "That'll teach you for hitting a lady."
Hyperion has a reroll now.
Sweet. Thank you.
George, we are now at you.
All right. Okay, I'm kind of split here because I'm like he looks like he's going down, but I also see this person, the Perestroika, who is like heading towards the power plant.
That's a great question. Why do you have any medical knowledge
For
talents?
No.
Okay. Why don't you just give me a base intuition check? Let's see what your gut tells you.
Oh God! Don't make me roll.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know he gets a white. Do they have burgers here?
Oh yeah.
I need a Snickers.
How? I wasted a good roll.
Yellow feet.
I got a yellow feet with a 97.
Holy crap! With a 97, that's
Yeah.
insane.
My next punch is I'm gonna explode.
So, so I will let you make this decision yourself. Obviously, it looks like Koscheck's probably about to go down. He's had a whole lot of damage splash against him, and he still got 3 duplicate copies of Hyperion on him at this point. Hyperion still hasn't acted, and it looks like Jurgen may be winding up for the coup de grace.
Okay. Yeah, and
Perestroika, however, has been very persnickety, and you can see that he's evading quite a bit. If you want to divert and try to go on him, that may be, like you pointed out, that may be the wiser choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go after.
Like right as that's right as you're looking at that, you see my ice and he's like,
Yeah, and that's not the only one. Like Darksun
Yeah.
has been trying to fire on him too, and he's just kind of zipping back and forth, almost as if gravity doesn't really seem to play a factor right now. So George, why don't you go ahead and roll your fighting? See if any actions you
Yellow
can take.
feet.
Oh,
The 70.
and you have a what for fighting?
75.
So would you like to take 3 actions this round?
Please, I get a chance to roll 3 white feats.
That's not
Sweet.
possible. You're
Yeah.
only supposed to have 2.
Okay, well, you saw how I danced, right?
Right. Yes.
All right, so I'm going to catch up with them. I'm going to try to ground him. I'm going to try to force him to the ground.
How?
"You're grounded, mister."
Are you just gonna flying body tackle him?
Yeah, why not? That works
Okay.
before.
Sure. That will be the damage test is against your endurance. However, it is a flying body tackle is a fighting. So go ahead and roll your fighting.
Can do the Hardy Boy
Please.
spear.
Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, if you're up there. Please, I need you to contact the dice rollers and get them to turn off the pendulum.
You can do it.
I'm going to use my reroll. Can I use
go
the
ahead.
reroll now?
Yep, go ahead.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh!
This is Stan Lee. Stan Lee
Yeah.
is the one who's.
Shell,
You want to use some karma?
Shelly called that appropriately. That was unbreaded. So
Yeah.
All right.
Wanna
Here's,
use
go,
some
George. Let's go.
all right. Here's number 2, white feet.
George, use some karma.
No, he
he's got
re-rolled.
it.
He re-rolled that one. So boom.
Oh,
So that is a hit. What is your endurance?
MN 75.
Okay, wham! So you guys hear this loud crack as Perestroika gets surprised, and your new friend Pulsar connects with him, and they both go like you're almost at the base of the power plant at this point, and they just ground kicking up everywhere as Pulsar just brings them straight down. Boom!
the pile drive.
Pulsar, you have 2 more actions. What
Okay.
would you like to do?
I would like to.
Pick him up and do the jackhammer.
Well, I was actually thinking of flying him in another. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna. See, is there anything on him that looks like, oh, this is the power source?
No, you haven't had a
Okay.
chance to actually sit down and look at that, unfortunately.
You mean he
Okay.
doesn't have a glowing reactor in his chest?
And he's not a video game boss where the weak spots flashing red or anything
Right.
like that.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering if it was like Iron Man, where he's got the big blue diode.
Oh,
on the
right.
chest.
No, but he does have a glowing symbol above his head, indicating he's a romance option.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
In that case,
This is-
Look now.
All of a sudden,
How
there's
many
an
abs
icon
does he
that says-
have?
yeah, I'm gonna
Takes an unexpected turn.
yeah, I
needs
gotta
to roll
rip
it.
open the chest piece to count as abs.
I know.
Yeah, you gotta have to do an
Pulls it
intuition
up real
roll.
quick.
to-
No, not enough.
Yeah. Ugh. Turns out you don't need abs when you're in a super suit. I will. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna smash into him. I'm just gonna try to get a big kind of while I've got the. I'm gonna try to be the rock and the ground.
Hold on.
Oh, it's gonna.
Well,
That
that
was my
was weird.
connection dying.
Sean's got to re-roll.
Hold
Thank
on
you,
one second.
darling.
Sweet.
I'm watching my connection. Oh wait, hold on. Wait.
That was from Davey, in case you didn't see.
Oh, okay. Thank you, honey.
Okay, so
Yay!
are we back? Looks like it. Yes. Okay.
Amy.
Sorry, I
For
looked
some reason, I lost the signal just briefly. So
I looked over my connection. I was like, no, why is it dropping? Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna give him a punch.
roll your fight. Do you have any fighting talents?
Spacecraft.
Yeah. No. Okay. So go ahead and roll your just raw fighting ability.
I have animal behavior biology. Does that help me?
No.
All right, so fighting. Green feet.
Okay. So he throws up an arm at this point to try and roll with it. Some of your impact gets buckled underneath that, but boom, and the ground kind of ripples underneath you from the force of that impact. Go ahead and your last action at this point.
Okay. So am I looking at him like face to face?
Yeah, you're on top of him at this point.
Okay. Can I? I'm gonna grab onto him, and I'm going to heat up. I'm gonna try to like overload his suit with heat.
Okay, go ahead and roll to grapple then. Put him in a bear hug.
How do I do that?
Fighting again.
Oh, fight again. Okay.
Yep.
Yellow feet.
Nice. Okay, so at this point, after the first punch, bam, you just kind of bring him in to hold him down at this point and start heating up.
Okay.
Go ahead
Show him some
and
love.
pardon me. Roll your power rank for your
hot.
heat.
What am I doing?
Roll your power rank for your heat.
Is that fire generation?
If that's what you're doing to heat them up, yes.
Okay, yeah. Or you know what? Actually, oh no, I guess I was thinking about it. Now I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I was like, I wonder if it'd be possible to. Well, no. All right, sorry. Thinking too much, too late.
It's his first day.
Yeah. It is my first. Well, no, it's my second day. Okay. 90 yellow feet.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Nice.
So your fire generation is an AM50?
Yes.
Okay. So do you know what that's equal to?
No.
The inside of a nuclear furnace.
Oh. Okay.
So at this point, it starts getting nuclear hot outside the nuclear reactor. As just like this heat and fire just starts raging up from where Pulsar's at, as he grabs a hold of the prone Perestroika at this point. That was 5. Dale, you are at the bottom of the round at this point. What is Hyperion gonna do?
It's great. Now that he's seen everyone, he can tell them what to do next. So seeing that gigantic bonfire, he's going to say, Pulsar, fly them as far away from the power plant as possible. And then, let's see here. So that's happening. So Perestroika, that's okay. He was fighting. Stormfront's down. Kostiak is down. Taiga was the other one headed towards the power plant.
That is correct.
All right. Then I'll say, the rest of us focus on Taiga. None of them can reach the power plant. And then with that, he's going to see about since he can probably see Taiga from where he's at, he'll generate several more copies to see if he can like grab her in mid-flight to stop her from approaching the power plant.
Go ahead and give me a check. You need yellow results at this point, correct?
I've gotten 3, so I either need a yellow or a green. Shoot, which one is it? So the first roll has to be red. The second and third need to be yellow. So it looks like I
just
agree. No, you need the second, third, and fourth.
It is 4th. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need yellow.
Yeah, you have 1 red, 3 yellow, 3 green.
Right. Okay.
I had that one written down.
Shoot.
Okay, so no dice.
White feet.
So you are focusing at this point and unable to bring about your next minions. What are you going to have the 3 that are still piling on to Kostiak do?
For that, since looks like he is going down, he's going to keep the one that's around his neck there because he's probably at least able to choke him out a little, make sure he still goes down. The other two, he's gonna, since they're still around, have them fly up and see if they can intercept Taiga in the air.
Okay, sure. So they release and start flying. They will hopefully be within range next round.
Cool.
And at that point, Jurgen had been timing this as he's buckling and dips like almost all the way down to the ground and runs up with his fist and uppercuts Kostiak. And there is this sickening thud as a shockwave of kinetic energy is just from the thunderous clap that he connects with Kostiak, and you see Kostiak go flying straight up into the air, just like.
Team Rocket goes flying off again.
Or the Wilhelm yell.
Yeah.
Actually, the Goof Troop one's better though. Yahoo!
Yeah.
Did that punch send the other Hyperion, like the one that had him in the
Yeah.
headlock?
Yeah, he's airborne at this point, holding on to Kostiak.
So it's like if the Microsoft Sam does the ga hoo 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 hooey.
Okay.
Ga hoo 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 hooey.
The computer voice.
Yeah,
Right.
that's Microsoft Sam, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
We are blasting off again.
Oh God. No.
Wow.
We're dating ourselves.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it's 1995. What do you want?
True.
Yeah.
All right. So top of the round at this point. Everybody is engaged.
Congratulations.
Ooh.
Well, my
Haven't set
person
a
is
date yet.
down. Right.
Correct.
Can
so Tom,
what
so
damage did? Sorry, I just for my notes. What damage did you do to Tigra again, Hyperion?
Taiga?
Sorry. Yeah, Taiga.
Wasn't able to do any damage yet, but two solid copies are flying towards her right now.
Okay, thank you.
So at this point, Sturmfront is falling from the sky down to the ground. You do see Lightbringer. You do end up seeing that Red Star ends up doing like a knife edge strike to Sledgehammer's throat, and it sends him down to the ground.
Oh, that's not gonna fly.
You see. Actually, let's see if he's able to break free. Pulsar, you need to roll a strength check against Perestroika.
Okay.
With your UN 100.
Yeah.
Listen, that doesn't mean anything with these digital dice. That's what I've learned. I'm like, wow, these stats are pretty good.
UN 100. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, that's how it's been. My first round in this was like it's like I stepped on 2 whoopee cushions.
Oh.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yeah.
So at this point, he's struggling to try and get out. To no success. You've got him pinned down. Taiga is thoroughly engaged at this point with 3 individuals, with 2 more coming up on top of her. So she's about to get overwhelmed really quick. Already talked about Red Star. Kostiak is in orbit. So we're at the 7s at this point. You think I'm joking?
No, right.
It's the Russian.
I'm just thinking about.
Space.
It's the
We
Russian
didn't-
space program.
We didn't build a space station yet, did we?
We're on 7s.
So we're at 7s right now. Yes. So Brittany, Davey.
What
and
about
Shelby.
8s?
Or sorry, 8. Derek.
Aha.
I'm like, wait a second.
Oh no.
So
Just turn
everyone
your
else
eight
is
to a
going
7.
down except for Taiga, right?
Correct. Well,
At
no.
this point?
Red Star is still up as well. Red Star has just put down Sledgehammer.
Oh, then I will head that way and try to ice him.
Okay, go ahead and make an agility check. Fire your ice. Burn it up.
My agility
Yep.
is
Wrong one.
green.
Okay, so you rolled a 59.
59.
Okay, that is going to knock it down. He's still attempting to
I
dodge.
rolled-
It's knocking it down 4 column shift. What is your agility?
What is my agility?
Mm-hmm. Oh, never mind. It's right here in the chat. RM 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Woohoo!
1, 2, 3, 4.
That is
no.
just
still green.
barely a strike. Woo!
Nice.
So at this point, you see him like he does a flip and then a roll, and he because he sees that you're engaging him, and you just wing it like as best as you can. You can already tell if he gets in close, you're done for. So you're like, no, and just winged that ice at him, and then ended up catching him with a blast just barely. Your
Nice.
damage is
My cold generation is
Yes.
AM50.
that's what I thought.
Woohoo.
Boom. Okay, so that definitely struck him with a loud thud. That is 8. We are at 7s.
All right. Tyga's still up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Red Star is doing bad things.
Red Star is about to put a beat down on Xenofreeze.
Oh no, no. Heart shot.
Because right now, Taiga is looking at a potential 5-on-1 situation.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't have to worry about her. Okay.
Not unless
Yep.
you wanted to be really mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe, but not right now. Xenofreeze is in danger. Oh,
My brother is in danger.
Yep.
Okay, so what is your... So, yeah, you don't have RM30 or higher fighting. So, fire. So, you got a 46, and he
Yep.
is still effectively dodging. Your agility is what?
Agility are amazing. AM.
So, yeah, you're making your roll at AM... Oh, sorry, I'm looking at it right there in chat. 50, so...
Yep.
2, 3. And you got a... What'd you roll again?
46.
That is just barely a strike.
Yeah!
It is. It really is.
Let's
Literally 1 point less than that would have missed.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you let loose another arrow, tink, sticks into the other side. You're not too sure how much damage it did, but you did hit him.
Nice.
Okay.
And then Shone is going
Brittany.
to turn.
It's
Oh,
not,
I'm
it's
sorry.
not Shone's turn yet.
We're on the same number, are we?
You're on 7s.
Yeah.
Okay, so does it look like, sorry, I was making notes. Does it look like Red Star is taken care of, or is he?
That's right now. You still have Sturmfront falling from the sky at this round. She's going to connect if nothing happens. Just let you know.
Oh, so we can't let her just free fall, is what you're saying.
I'm saying it's happening. That's all I'm saying.
She's a human being falling from like what 100 feet in the air or something like that. And
High
Is
enough
there
to be super
a
dangerous without a
place?
parachute.
Is there a place set up where we're collaring them?
Yeah, actually, there is. Yes, you know exactly where that's at. It's the same place that you took the others to.
Okay,
It's
then
not far from the capital.
I'll try and catch her and take her over there.
Okay, give me a simple agility check. Acrobatics will play a factor here.
Okay. Green.
Ooh. Cutting it close. So you fly down real quick and scoop her up just before she strikes the ground and start flying back over to where you last saw security forces that had been taking care of the people who were becoming prisoners.
Okay.
All right. That is a 7 shown.
Okay, she's gonna pivot. See the arrow strike Red Star. She's gonna put her hand out and do the same thing. She's going to
Fire another lightning strike.
Yep.
Okay. Pivot. Pivot.
Pivot.
Okay.
Yellow feet.
Let's see. Why are you rolling? Is your agility an IN?
Oh wait. Nope, sorry. It's I for some reason I did fighting. Let me redo that.
Well, don't. We'll keep the roll because I have to adjust it anyways.
Okay.
So you would have been at an IN or it would have been in a UN 100.
Unearthly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. You still rolled an 83. That is yet another bullseye shot. Boom!
Nice.
Right in the arrow. Sean, you need to keep track. You have officially killed 2 arrows this game.
It's 2 karma lost.
Yeah. So 2 arrows have gone to heaven because of Sean. And
You know what?
boom! At that point, like you
I'll take
connect
it.
on that shoulder.
Yeah.
They're in the great quiver in the sky.
Yep.
There you go.
To the grand quiver in the sky.
I'm ready.
Compared
I'm ready.
with her previous deaths, I think this is preferable.
Yeah. So boom, that took a hit. That was at 7. We are now at 5s. George.
My name is Pulsar. Thank you.
Pulsar.
Yeah, I'm going to. I need to roll for fighting.
Good job. Yep.
I'm lending. Red feet.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you got all 3 again.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. I'm gonna follow the orders I just got. I'm gonna grab this guy. We're gonna take off in another direction.
Just up into the sky. Pick a direction at this point.
Yeah.
Up, north, south, east, west.
I'm trying to think of like how I could use this in order to help out everybody else.
So to give you a visual, the nuclear power plant in Königsberg is near the western side of the small nation, and that's where the ocean is at, the Baltic Sea.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going further inland if you go the other direction.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put this guy out yet. Okay, all right. So, in what direction is Taiga coming from?
Taiga is in the relative direction, or is in the relative area that you're at, but she's having to take on 5 people right now.
Okay, so it probably wouldn't be because I was thinking, oh, what if I just took off like a comet and tried to like slam into her too?
And if you want to do that, you can.
No,
It would be a flex.
Oh, yeah, good point. I shouldn't do it. My rolling has been inconsistent.
You've got 3 chances to try it.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, so I'm gonna grab this dude and I'm gonna.
You don't have to grab him. You've already got him.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go on a trip.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Yeah. So I just like kind of hoist him out of the crater, and then we're just gonna take off. I'm gonna
body
try to knock her
tackle. Fighting again. Roll it.
Nice.
With some dice roll.
Using yourself as a human projectile.
Ugh, white feet.
Okay, so at this point, like you come flying in at her, and she's like, "Oh crap!" and throws up some ice, and you ramp up into the air off of that.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't need to hit her, but would have been nice if I did. And so yeah, I'll just carry this dude Perestroika like further up away from everything, and I'm just gonna Can I start like? Is his suit like malleable enough from the heat that I can start like peeling off parts of it?
Give me an intuition check. As you take a moment to kind of examine him.
Character's got to go to college. Oh, hey, Yellow Feet. Where were you when I tried to knock a lady out of the sky?
So as you were flying up, no, the armor seems to be absorbing it. It's able to take it. And at this point, you end up hearing Compass come back and say, "I am detecting Ubari technology."
Let me go through my notes.
I think those are the dinosaurs.
Can you discern what sort of technology it is?
Yeah, have I heard of Ubari technology before?
No.
No? Okay. All right, but yeah, so if his suit seems like it's not taking if it's handling the fire fine, then okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna fly as far as I can, and I'm just gonna continue to just beat on him.
Okay. So go ahead and roll fighting as you've got a hold of him. And so you
rolled another 13.
You've got a hold of him, but like as you're whipping him around and whatnot, he's trying to resist and throw his own like hands up in the way to stop your fighting. So you punch and miss. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay, a red feet that time.
Nice.
The pendulum protocol has swung in my favor.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So at this point, you've got him. You still kind of have him like hooked with one of your arms. That was part of the problem. Is in order to start punching and wailing on him, you had to obviously let go partly. And so the first time you punched, he was able to block it off. But the second time, you came right around it, just angry, and you hear this bong as you connect with his armor and just the ringing, and he ends up going limp from the hit.
So can I tell can I have Compass scan to see if he's alive, or is he just knocked out, or?
Yes, Compass is indicating scanning. And on your helmet, kind of like a little display sort of thing, you end up detecting Kostiak, much higher than you, currently in orbit.
Nice.
Meaning he will probably die if he stays there.
All right, I'm going to, because they told me they don't kill people, so I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna continue holding this guy, and I'm gonna fly up there, and I'm gonna try to grab that guy too.
Okay.
And
so
the other Hyperion.
That is what you are currently doing as of this point. So
okay.
That's going to take you out of combat at this point.
Okay, that's fine. I did what I could.
So that was a 5. Dale.
Okay.
So you can see everything that is currently going on through your copies. You have a birdside view of planet Earth.
Sweet.
As Kostiak was literally punched into orbit.
Yeah. So that particular copy is going to try to kind of fly him back down into the atmosphere so that he's not stuck in the vacuum. The other two that are going after Taiga, have they been able to reach her?
Yes, at this point, and it's I'm not going to roll for that at this point because it's just it's ugly. It's between those two. Your first copy, flew into body tackle and missed, but there's only so much dodging she can do at this point. She threw up an ice, and ramped Pulsar off her at this point. Sunburst fires down a projected heat attack and just frags all the ice that's around her, and she's starting to scurry back. Dark Sun, you see shadowy tendrils fly from him and wrap around her legs, and she ends up getting clipped by a burst of plasma from Sagan up on the nuclear power plant.
Nice.
So that ends up getting subdued. Red Star at this point, he's the only one left of the group. Oh, and at this point, Lightbringer's out of the combat as well. He tries turning to run to try and get back at this point and recall the vessel to try and Valor's discretion's a better part of valor.
Yeah.
And that gives Xenofreeze, Red Arsenal, and Shone one free shot.
Let's go.
I need an arrow.
You don't need an arrow.
Arrow
I need
is
an arrow.
arrow's on the way.
Actually,
Arrow is there.
So
that would be
roll
a really
agility
cool
first.
arrow.
Yep, roll agility first. Wow. Okay. So
got an arrow.
Red Arsenal bullseyes again, like right in his back.
I need an arrow.
Yellow.
Oh,
Dang.
Shone.
Yellow.
Oh, goodness. So
Nice.
Xenofreeze gets in on this action. So it's like first the arrow goes, strikes him in the back, and he's starting to stumble. Xenofreeze goes, "I'll see that arrow, some ice, whoop-ah!" And then the ice like coats over the arrow at that point, and starts to send him down to the ground. And Shone's like, "No!" And a lightning strike flies over, destroys the ice, kills yet another arrow, and strikes him right in the back, sending him sprawling down on the ground.
Nice.
And then eventually Lightbringer and Pulsar come flying back. Pulsar having, a very unconscious Pulsar, or not Pulsar, but a very unconscious Perestroika and Kostyak kind of in his arms, double fisting him.
Princess style.
Ugh.
If they will let me, I would like to bring back some collars.
Ooh.
Yes, they will.
Okay.
But the security staff obviously tells you that be careful with those. They, given all the SPBs that they currently have right now, they need to make sure that they don't break anymore to ensure that everybody stays secure.
All right.
That's all right. Do you know who my grandpa is?
And literally, like, as the fighting is finally stopping, Jurgen takes a moment and he just puts both hands on his knees and just starts to breathe. The vessel that had dropped them off had started to circle back around and ends up getting caught up in anti-aircraft fire, and you see explosions rip off of that, and it goes descending down to the ground in a thunderous crash. And you can hear you can hear cheering coming from inside the city as the immediate fighting in the area has started to die down.
President Jurgen, are you all right?
And he takes a full moment to take in a deep breath, and to and raise his head back up, and he says, "I will be fine."
That was a good fight.
And he looks around and he examines the battlefield and whatnot, and then he ends up getting a communication, and he says the time limit has been reached, and actually, Lightbringer, you can hear this on your particular channel, and you can hear this. Yes, President, time limit has been reached. We have not received word to end hostilities. And Jurgen just says, "End it for them."
I will look around to see what that was referring to.
Do you just hear that? You hear the command. You hear the command from your channel. Giving the affirmative, and the general indicating, giving the all clear to activate the hammer of the gods.
No.
Am I? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And so, and he's at this
okay.
point just taking a second to collect himself again, and just making sure everybody else is, fine as security team. It's Lightbringer, of course, comes back with more collars to place on Kostyak, and I mean, technically you should get a collar for Perestroika, but Jurgen takes his anger out on him and just digs like fistfuls into the armor and just starts ripping it off of him and throwing it around.
I'm just gonna
until he gets
here.
to the point where he gets the man that's inside and just tosses them off to the side. Tells somebody to put him in shackles.
And I'd like to check on Sledge. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, like, as he's doing that, I point down at him like, "That's Ubari technology."
And he says, "Oh, thanks, new guy." And so he taps a second and he says, "I need a detachment of science police to scoop up the armor I just wrecked. Alien tech."
It's got to be cool being president. Mess stuff up. Can you guys fix it?
It's good to be the king.
Yeah,
good to be the king.
Like the president. From
At
like
this
that.
point, Sledgehammer he's starting to pick himself back up and coughing because he took a shot right to the throat. And as he's standing himself up, leaning heavily on his sledgehammer, he sees Lightbringer come walking over. He's like, "Did we win?"
We beat the bad guys.
Ish.
Are you okay?
I need a nap. Oh.
Yeah, it's time zone.
No.
Stayed out all night partying.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sure doesn't help.
Can you give me a reminder? I need to get back in the gym when we get back home. I don't know who that guy was, but he moved like Wraith, man. That was just something else. Oh.
That was Red Star.
I'll take your word for it. What's a Red Star? Is that like
That's his name.
Save it for some other time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the mental capacity to care right now.
Well, congrats. You held your own against the Comintern of Russia, or of the USSR.
Oh, great. So 3 teams that are going to be mad at me. Yay.
Well, I told you this was a
I know.
tricky political situation, but
I'm trying to be ironic, and it's not. Yeah, it's not working. That's not my forte.
Okay, well let's get you somewhere you can sit down for a little while.
Yeah. How are your friends? The rest of it, like he's just kind of like looking around just randomly at this point, still a little dizzy.
Yeah, we should probably regroup. Okay, let's just set you down here and I'll be back. So then she'll go back to see what the team is all up to.
Okay.
If anybody needs medical attention, etc.
All right. So, and at that point, as you guys are starting to come back together, so you end up hearing through the SciNet channel that you have, Lightbringer, communication to President Albrecht, and he says, "Sir, I now have the Russian Federation on the line. They wish a cessation of the hostilities." He says, "Yeah, I figured that would do it." And you can see, and then you end up hearing that another vessel is inbound, coming from the east of our position. We have them on radio channels indicating that they are the oops.
They are the oops.
They are the oops.
Do I see like a mushroom cloud to
No.
the east?
No,
Okay.
no, it's too far away.
Well, it's not a no.
The Sentinels of Liberty.
Oh yeah.
And he said, and
I know them.
he takes a moment to rub the back of his neck, and he's looking around. And he says, Lightbringer. He says, that's Ms. McCall's particular group, is it not?
Yeah, it looks like they're a little bit late to the party, but
No, I've got a feeling they're here for other reasons. So,
oh,
command, give them instructions where they can land. I want the innovation field kept up. I want, I want a surrender notice sent to the United Nations immediately before they end up losing any more of their people. And you hear the command channel indicate that as they're going to pass the message along. And he just doesn't really communicate with everybody. He just kind of motions with his hand. He's just to follow. He's tired.
Right.
Which this is actually the first time anybody has ever seen him injured or fatigued on this particular level.
Yeah. All right.
So the vessel is, landing, in the distance. And Lightbringer, you end up hearing through the communication chatter that you're still a part of, that they dropped one of the hammers on a stadium in Moscow.
Ooh. Is Moscow still there?
is there any? Did it say that there were any people in the stadium?
They didn't confirm, but the stadium is rubble.
But wait, it's early morning, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's like midday.
It's mid-morning at this point. You guys, when you finally got here, by the time fighting everything has stopped, you're looking at about somewhere between 8 and 9 a.m. But the fighting here had been taking place for hours previously.
Okay, well, but at least if it's early, if it's in the morning, then probably there weren't a lot of people at the stadium.
Yeah, probably not.
At least there's that.
And at this point, he is just he just takes a moment, finds a spot to sit down, and just sits. And he looks like he's mentally preoccupied, probably getting some sort of damage reports and relays and communicating that, which gives you guys some time for idle chatter or to relax or debrief or do whatever it is that you're going to do right now.
So Hyperion's going to walk up to Lightbringer then at this point. Like, Lightbringer, excellent. How have you been? How did you fare?
Not too bad. The first battle was really, really rough. Probably made a couple of new enemies, unfortunately. Victor Solus and Current from the Justice Legion. I mean, they're alive, no casualties, but they are not going to be happy to see me next time.
Did the Justice Legion stay in this area, or did they leave?
They were apprehended.
I see. Interesting.
It was nuts. The UN was involved. It was like, I don't know what miscommunications happened to bring them here. I'm sure that'll end up being part of what happens next.
So
But,
you have no idea why the United Nations or any of these teams decided to attack?
I don't know.
Troubling.
Probably because they could.
I just got so Sledge and I were on the roof and I was showing him my smartphone. So he was just asking me what kind of technology I had helped with. And so I was just showing him the smartphone, and there was an emergency broadcast, and so I radioed Sagan and asked her. She was here and she was busy, and then I asked Helios, and he didn't know anything, and so asked Sagan if she could get a support in. So yeah, like I don't know what started this. It was very fast. There wasn't really any warning.
Understood. In the
So-
future, however, before you suddenly leave the area to go off to another battle, I'd appreciate if you please inform the rest of us before doing so.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It's just a little bit panicked.
Understandable. I'm glad you made it out all right. And Sledgehammer, is he all right?
Yeah, he's a bit winded, but he's okay. He held up pretty well.
Excellent.
And you guys, you got here in good time.
Angler's twins, are they apprehended as well? Or do
Apprehended
they-
with all of the rest of the Justice Legion.
Well, that should make him happy.
Who?
Makes me kind of happy.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately.
Good job, guys! Totally kicked ass.
I mean,
Well
it
done,
it
So you don't.
felt pretty
so you
good
don't know
to
what's.
fight these guys. Give them a taste of their
Well,
own medicine.
I'm glad that I got revenge on Conciac because he laid the smack down on me
And me.
and tried to kill me. Almost killed you. So I'm glad that I was able to show him who was boss.
And I'm quite impressed with the teamwork that everyone displayed, acting
I didn't kill anybody.
synergistically. True.
I
I
saw a little
am-
bit of that. That was cool.
Quite impressed. Well done, everybody. And Pulsar as well, with all of your contributions. Fantastic
Yes,
job.
thank you for your assist.
Thanks. Yeah, that went well. We've never fought other super people before, so that was a new experience.
What do you usually fight?
Giant robots.
Oh,
essentially,
okay,
The
okay.
recorders.
Oh, so
I'm
you're just like recorder only. Okay.
That's the main thing that I'm tasked with doing.
Especially specialized.
Mhm.
It's I have a very specific thing that I've been tasked with doing. Political struggles and battling other super people isn't it, but I've also not been doing this for very long.
It's not my favorite thing. I like to fight bad guys, not to
So
other
there at the end,
Americans.
I heard your grandfather say, "Finish it." What did that entail?
Apparently, he was waiting on a surrender from the Russian forces, and it didn't come by the deadline, and so he had a orbital target sent down.
The Thor
I'm-
system.
The
on
what
a-
system?
on a stadium in Moscow. I hope there
Were
weren't.
there
I hope there
innocents
weren't
involved?
casualties. I don't know. And then after that, the surrender came in. So I imagine that we're going to hear more about that too. I don't know if you noticed, Meredith's team just flew in.
Yeah.
So it's about to get really interesting, I think.
We'll need to pay attention to everything that's going on. And especially you, Lightbringer, with your capabilities, whenever we're nearby and listening to what people are saying, keep a close watch on their emotional states. See if any of them are holding anything back or what they actually feel.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the rest of us need to keep our eyes open and make sure that we don't miss anything. Anything could be a clue. We should determine why this attack happened, why they bothered to attack, knowing that it was unlikely that they could actually take Jurgen Albrecht into custody. It doesn't seem right.
And the
How-
UN just decided to do this?
Yeah, how did
But
the
it's-
UN
that's what it
get
sounded
wrapped
like.
up into it?
Israeli Shield was leading the UN forces and the Justice Legion. So
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of makes sense since we've had to deal with her once already over your grandfather.
yeah,
So I would say because of his past, she holds a grudge.
And she was able to get the UN? Wow. She's got a
Well,
lot of
she
pull.
works
she
for
works for the
UN.
UN.
Yeah.
She's
We
on the UN
before
super team.
before you came, we had a mission in Argentina, and Jurgen and his army ended up joining us, and we did team up with them to get our initiative done. And some people kind of thought poorly of that decision. And while we were out and about at a social event, Angler kind of let it be known that we were assisting Jurgen, and all of a sudden we were the bad guys, and had to go through UN clearance in our company. It was a mess.
Wow.
We did pass, of course, because we
Yes.
clearly didn't have any actual political or other ties to Argentina or their corrupt forces at the time. But yes, there's clearly still that going on. But it should take more than simply a grudge from one superpowered being to allow them to initiate this type of strike. Somebody had to authorize that.
Well, sounds like she got somebody in the UN to do so, because unfortunately, your grandfather, by some, are still he's still viewed as a
War
political
criminal.
war criminal. Yes.
So as that happens, you see Meredith come walking over.
Smile.
Miss McCall. It's a surprise.
Shouldn't be, given everything that's been going on. She says, I need to see Lightbringer for a moment.
How
And
bad is
she's
it?
gonna lean into her sister and say, "Good luck."
How bad is it?
Well, she motions you to follow her. And she speaks in a low tone, and she says, so it looks like the fact that the Sentinels being here late helped, but maybe not in a way that I'm happy with. We're still finding out what exactly took place, but we believe that they had some bad intelligence and acted on it.
That would be apparent.
And I think that someone trumped up charges on top of what already has been happening, and that's how all of this kind of came to be. I need you to stay with your grandfather and Shield as they try to negotiate with the others to find out what actually happened, and I'm going to dig more on the political side to see what else what other dirt I can dig up. But my contacts in the United States are all screaming that they had nothing to do with it, which is pretty alarming considering that most of the time they would outright say I can either confirm or deny. Most of them are vehemently denying that they had anything to do with this, and it would seem the United States government had no idea that the Justice Legion was going to act.
Do you believe them?
Yes. I am just trying to find out why. I'm trying to give the Justice Legion the benefit of the doubt, despite some obvious grudges and other potential issues. I don't want to think that they are a corrupt group, because I don't think in my heart they really are, despite some of the ridiculousness we might have seen in the past.
Okay. When are the negotiations taking place?
They're happening right now.
Okay.
So I'm led to believe that you've got security clearance or something here. So if you could go and look in on that, I'm sure Jurgen could fill you in from there.
Okay. Thanks.
And then she parts from you and then comes walking over to Hyperion, and she says, all right, well, kids, as a show of good faith, I think it would be a good idea if you assisted the recovery efforts here in town, just if for no other reason than for busy work.
Planned on it.
She says, my suggestion would be to start with some of the neighborhoods directly affected. She kind of points like right off to, just off of Capitol Square. I think they're going to start giving an all clear notice for people to start coming out. So if you can check for survivors who got caught in the firefight like their security teams had been, and perhaps start clearing the way, I think that would go a long way to start easing some tensions.
Of course, we'll assist right away.
As Carmen runs off or flies off, she's gonna go on comms and say, hey, I'm gonna go see what I can do about negotiations. Can you guys take care of Sledge?
Will do.
Oh, I forgot he's on comms too, huh? Whatever.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sure they will.
Oh yeah, huh?
Red Arsenal's pulling out.
Okay, I'll catch up with you guys.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
I said Red Arsenal pulling out a knife. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna take care of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She said take care of him. Okay.
I meant like get him a sandwich and
and Red Arsenal sticking him with that knife, and Sledgehammer's all, ow, quit it. Ow, quit it.
This is for making out with my sister.
That was my chest hair. Ow, quit it.
Ixnay on the Ister say.
Yeah, right. All right. So yeah, Hyperion will gather everybody, and then we'll do the thing where we're using the Pulsar Express to fly to the nearest locale we can fix and help people and all that jazz.
Okay. So in wrapping this particular game session up from here, what you collectively all find out is, and of course Lightbringer is able to dispel parts of this, that they were acting on an imminent danger threat. The intel that the United Nations had been given was that New Prussia was working on a biological weapon that was specifically designed to target non-humans, or not non-humans, but humans.
Ooh.
Okay.
And the clarification, obviously given, because all the proof that they had been given was the exact same thing that Lightbringer had been working on for Ebola, but was for the cure, not as a bioplague weapon.
Right. Okay.
And that is ultimately what led to the attack. And because China and Russia sit on the Security Council, they pushed it forward. The United Nations was already looking for punitive damages to levy against New Prussia because of other issues. They just tacked this on and it's like, okay, we need to do this. And Justice Legion jumped right into it without getting clarification from the United States. The United States didn't think the intel was actionable initially because they hadn't vetted it yet. Because of course it's super hard to get clear intel out of New Prussia to begin with.
Right.
So they were going to tell them to sit and wait, but they weren't able to. They figured it was like clear and present danger and needed to act immediately. So it was kind of a, based on previous actions and biases and horrible intel that this ended up happening. And of course, Russia was all too eager to help stoke those flames. And now they're left kind of pointing the fingers like, where did this come from? Where did that happen? The good thing that happened here, not necessarily in a good way, is that it has now brought the other major players in the world to the negotiating table, where they weren't willing to negotiate directly with New Prussia. And of course, discussions nothing has been brought to the media as of yet. But what you guys did find out is that they were pushing hard for reparations, that New Prussia should be, paying for this or paying for that, and basically given the Germany treatment and ultimately being bankrupt, into that. And what Jurgen told them outright was that our reparations are giving your people back.
Wow.
And after that show of force and the fact that he dropped a Thor on Moscow, it's basically starting to spin into a new Cold War in the area. But the benefit, really, if there was one, is that now they realize if they really went to war with New Prussia, it's not this, like, the arrogance from it has been completely removed. Kind of like the way it was in the Cold War, where it was like, oh, well, the Russians are this or that or the other, and the Russians are like, oh, these, capitalist pig dogs, blah, 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 blah. Like, both sides had this really huge heaping pile of arrogance towards one another, that they felt that there was superiority. Now that there is kind of this Cold War, maybe that's kind of a bad term for it, but they now realize they don't hold the cards that they thought they held officially. But the grace that New Prussia is giving them is not announcing it. Whereas he probably could have. He's attempting to be the bigger person and not throw that around. He's trying to give them the capability of backing off, saving face, and making this look like it was a partially covered up error, sort of thing, and leaning on the fact that there was bad intelligence and not really trying to illustrate some of the damages and punitive actions that actually happened in the country. So he's trying to help them cover it as well, because they already have the media blackout anyways. But it's one of those, a wink and a nod agreement that you understand that we're not pushovers now. You cannot come in here and just enforce your will like you thought you could. And so the big thing is that the United Nations at this point is having to tacitly approve their the Mars base, the moon base, because the revelation also that there was alien tech on Perestroika helped, that there really is, an imminent alien threat. So while there is still super high tensions, the United States is dealing with politically dealing with some egg on their face in private. Publicly, they're able to kind of cover some of it up so it doesn't look quite as bad. New Prussia is set back a little bit because now they're having to do cleanup, around their nation and deal with that. And obviously extremely heightened tensions now with Russia, because Russia is no longer going to play any games. And it's clear after they made their presence known on the Security Council and the resolution didn't go the way that they wanted. So that clearly went in a bad way. But for the rest of the world, it was kind of it was basically the siblings that needed to duke it out and eventually step back and say, okay, we probably really shouldn't have done that sort of thing. We probably shouldn't have, okay, I didn't like it when you stuck me in the eye. Okay, well, I didn't like it when you kicked me in the knee, and try to have some sort of tense ceasefire.
We both feel a little better about it now that we've gotten our aggressions out.
Right, exactly. Now that some of it's gotten off their chest, probably not in ways that they wanted, but it did kind of get off their chest, and so now they can kind of go, okay, fine. That sort of like uncomfortable, like, waiting to see which way they're going to walk, so you can walk the other way, sort of thing, but without being aggressive about it. Just
you leave first. No,
right? Yeah,
leave
just
first.
like that uncomfortable. So that's kind of the simmering tensions that are at that point. The big benefit though is that, for better or worse, the Baltic states realized they allied with who they should have allied with, and they are so anti-Russia at this point because of what happened, and actually very leery of the United Nations for kind of getting blackballed, into this. That they're like, no. That's not happening again. We almost had World War III right on our steps. We're not listening to you guys anymore. Okay. And that is how 1995 rings in the new year.
Wow.
Woohoo.
Crisis averted.
And with a bang.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun.
So, I know we normally do karma at the beginning of the month. This is special karma for this particular event. You gain an additional 200 karma for cleanup efforts and civic efforts to help the people around you. So that's obviously per person. So
okay. You
get to tally that up. So
okay.
Everything I'm giving is essentially per person. So 200 per person.
Okay.
For those efforts. For helping defeat the Comintern, you end up getting an additional 500.
Okay.
And this is applicable to Brittany only for helping to defeat current Victor Solis and Prince Tidebreaker.
Oh yeah.
Which of course that's still going to roll up directly into the karma pool, but for you directly, that's also an additional 700.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So in the United States, everybody, well, actually, no, it didn't really go. That's right. The media wise. So it was a political snafu. It did make it out into the media, but not how it actually played out. Everybody gains 2 points of popularity.
Let's go.
If you were dealing with Russia and their allies, you have a negative 50 popularity hit. So make sure you mark that down on your character sheets.
Wait, say that again. How many different popularity things are we going to have?
It as applicable.
I don't have that much space.
So what did you say
write
about
it down
someplace,
someplace on your character sheet.
Okay.
What did you say about if we're associated with Russia?
No, when dealing with Russia.
Russia and any of its allies. So like China, Belarus, places like that. They are obviously spinning media very, very pro against you.
Okay.
Minus
okay.
50.
Oh, so we have a
minus
negative 50.
Yes, negative 50.
Wait, so is
You
that
have,
like
you have 2
okay?
overall.
So that's like a modifier.
Correct. So you have a
We have
2
two
overall.
positive.
Plus 2.
But minus 50 if you're dealing with anybody that has any association with Russia.
Are we?
Not right now.
Are
like
you what?
No.
I mean, he's just saying when we
In-
do, if
in
we ever
future.
do, we're gonna have a minus 50. Like, oh, we're in Russia. We got to talk to some Russians.
Right.
They're all
so
gonna
that-
hate us.
So that's like Senia, China, Russia, Belarus.
Oh, Senia. Awesome.
My favorite.
Right, exactly. But New Prussia, directly New Prussia, you have a plus 50.
Wow.
I'm at 98.
Yeah.
I think they like me.
I'm at
Well, you said plus 50, so
For New
whatever our
Prussia.
regular popularity
Whatever your
is,
regular
plus
popularity, yes, you'll add a plus 50. It's like a modifier. You'll add a plus
Well-
50 to it if you're a New Prussia.
50. Well, I
Because
have a
they,
90,
however,
and then-
did not spin the media all that much, and you did make your faces known and helping the people and helping stop the invaders, and so they are very thankful.
Nice.
I have a 90 in New Prussia and a negative 10 in Russian allies.
Right. Okay, and for the amounts here, so that was 700 for each plus an additional 700, so 6 times 7, 4,200. So that would be 4,900. That includes the 700 that Brittany got. Is it like for the 700 that she gets? Is that just being added to the pool? Or
Yeah,
is
just
that,
added to the pool. Yeah, it's just,
okay.
it's just a flat rate that gets added to the pool. It's not for everybody, just specifically for her.
Got it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it would work the same way. Like if you were the only one in the
Okay.
scene, Hyperion, and you helped an old lady across the street, you'd get 15 points. It would roll right up into the karma pool.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So then 500, 700,
Cool.
600,
What do
so-
you roll for your popularity?
Same thing.
Oh yeah, you
It works the
Didn't-
exact same thing for the rest of them. So it would be appropriate to the next level up. So if you're, so
but he
if you're
yours
at
is
a
probably
48,
0, right?
Oh, okay.
so
okay,
say for
yeah.
example, if you were at a 48, it would roll like an AM50.
Okay. So, okay. So I have the 50 in New Prussia, so I would roll AM 50.
Correct.
And I have a 2 in the US, so that would be like a feeble or something.
Correct.
Okay, okay. Understood. I have
So
popularity now.
So would just out of curiosity, I forget how this does it round down to the next, right?
No, actually, it's actually on the chart. So, for example, if you look at the actual chart, 8 through 15 is a GD10. 16 through 25 is an excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see it.
So,
Yeah.
so long as you're within that range, then you're going to fall under that particular column.
Oh, I have an unearthly popularity in
New Prussia.
New Prussia.
Nice.
I think a bunch of us do at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the smolder.
Yeah, I'm at
We just like walk
98.
through there and we're
Yeah,
like,
you guys kind of have earned that one. You've been very pro deviant. You've been interacting with them quite a bit, and you just helped stop an invasion. So
Yeah, and we fought alongside the president.
Something tells me you may be getting an action figure.
Wow.
But it's only available.
Oh
in
my
New-
gosh.
Series,
It's only
series
available in
two.
New Prussia.
Series two.
You'll probably want to talk to the public
Do I get my own
relations
lunchbox too?
my action
Perhaps.
figure is just slime.
guy.
You,
Silver
you
slime.
guys laugh. It helped out Lightbringer quite a bit.
Yours is just a pail with ice in it.
Oh.
It's the Zeta freezer.
Why does it still cost the same?
It melts away. We have to keep buying it. Uh-huh.
Genius.
And the name that you were looking for, Brittany, that was
The minister of what was it?
Culture?
Minister of Entertainment, Carl Allstott.
Oh, there you go.
That's right.
I'm gonna
I'll
be
introduce you. I mean, he can ask me.
The equivalency of GE in New Prussia is going to be like, hey, would you do commercials for us for our refrigerators and freezer units?
There you go. I'm Xenofreeze, and I support this freezer.
Like when Tommy Lee Jones does coffee commercials in Japan.
Right, yeah. So weird.
Oh, or you mean Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the Energy Shot commercials?
That too, yeah.
Did you ever see those? Those were wild.
Those are funny.
Daisho boy! So, anyways, as we are wrapping up that game, as a thank you, outside of obviously the popularity, all of you are given a free smartphone.
Yay.
Wow.
And you are eventually in time, in a couple of days, all of you would actually be offered a Series 2 contract for their merchandise.
Oh.
There you go.
So that would include like the action figure. That would include the lunchbox for the kids, and it would also and in this particular case, it's also going to include the action-packed drop ship.
Ooh.
Nice.
So they're making a special toy that resembles Xenofreeze's, or with your guys' permission, they're gonna make a toy that resembles Xenofreeze's ship.
That's cool.
And you get a portion of the proceeds.
Yep.
Oh. So can we buy what is it? Income? I'm sorry.
Yes, it would give you bonuses to your
resources.
Resources.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I'm no longer typical 6.
Is that a power? Or is that a talent?
No, that's money.
It's a secondary
secondary ability.
It's secondary abilities.
So
This is
that
no
would
Ventru.
Popularity and
You're not a Ventru. It's not a talent.
Well, because with the way I had my sheet showing on my screen right now, because I have a lot of windows open, all I could see was talents and powers. I was like, all right, is it one of the is money a talent or is it a power?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, it could be a talent.
Could be a power too.
Yeah, so that is where we're going to end it for tonight. Now that we're 3 hours in. Next week on Wednesday and Thursday is Cyberpunk and Street Fighter.
Let's go.
Both of those start at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And
George,
then
are you
be
doing
watching,
the party
because we're going to be we're going to be wrapping up Vampire here shortly on our Vampire Friday nights, and we're going to be doing a World of Darkness mix game. So everybody's in the process of making up new characters for that. We will be back eventually with Vampire, but we're going to do a little something different with that, and it's going to be set in Savannah, Georgia. So it's looking pretty promising so far, based on the characters that I am seeing come through. So stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for hanging out with us and chatting with us, and catching us on the replay. And have a good night. Good night, guys.
Night.
Night.